Hi. So I'm trying this new feature out on YouTube, and I didn't know you can go live on here. That is great. So I have a copy of Lola's Adventures, and of course, see the landscape back there. That's Atlanta, and it's my first published book. Very proud of it, and I just wanted to read a snippet of it. It's so many good juicy points in chapters and huh. So the context of Lola's Adventures is, she's just your average sister, business owner doing her own thing. And, you know, she runs a business. She has a great tribe. And, just like in your everyday life, you have your, you know, work issues, home issues, relationship issues, but she handled them so well. And this book shows that, and I just want to share it with you. So I'm gonna just read the first chapter, or not even chapter, just like a first few sentences of Lola, you know, kind of just starting her day. So here goes. Chapter 1, Lola's Adventures. I woke up to silence, and for a brief moment, I laid there and stared at the ceiling, enjoying my solitude. Knowing that it wouldn't last forever and that I needed to get up and start my day. I rolled out of bed and lazily went into the bathroom to shower and get dressed. I had to go into the shop to make sure I was stocked and everything was running smooth. I had 2 days at the week that I go and do my baking so that fresh goods are available every day. I headed out into Atlanta's crazy morning traffic. I pulled up to my shop about 20 minutes later and went inside to find business booming. And Chrissy, my store manager, handling everything with grace. 4 o'clock came around and I still was not done. I had a big order coming up and wanted to finish on time. It had been me and Chrissy running things at the shop for a while now, and we do a pretty good job. But from time to time, extra help is needed. But at the moment, I can't afford to hire more help, which is why I'm working on advertising to get more customers in and also offering more in the shop for my events. I had been at work since 9 this morning. I got to my house around 6:30. I relaxed a minute, checked emails, made sure I didn't have any outstanding orders, and then took a shower and went to watch TV in my room. There's a few good shows on, but I settled for my favorite, HGTV. I could binge watch on that show all day and get nothing done. Well, I did that for a while and then I got restless, so I texted my girls to see if they wanted to link up tonight. But they all had plans and promised to make it up to me. So I decided to come up with recipes for next week's specials. I loved what I did, and to see happy faces of my customers is what pushed me to be great every day. I spent a few hours on Pinterest and took notes on new recipes I wanted to try. It had to be around 10:30 when I finished. I was still bored. I laid back on my fluffy pillows and started scrolling through my Facebook, and some of my old pictures were popping up from the years before, and I realized I hadn't changed much with my style. I had baby locks and I always wore wraps, turbans, and big earrings. I kept scrolling and was noticing that a lot of my friends had weddings, baby showers coming up. I posted congrats on a few and liked a few pictures. I even accepted some invitations to a few of the events. Who knows? I may meet a handsome guy who knows how to act. But for now, I was enjoying being single. Although I didn't like it, I did like certain aspects of it, like not having to deal with any cheating, drama, or constant lying about little things, and the disappearing acts that seem to be in style now. I had to get out of this headspace, so I decided to look through my contacts and see who I could call for some conversation. I scrolled down to my friend's Nick number, who I shot a text to, and he responded with, "Hey girl, what are you doing?" I responded telling him I was bored to death looking to get into something, and he texted back that he was out with a new guy friend and would give details later. I knew I wouldn't be hearing from him anytime soon. He stays with a new man, but maybe this guy can get him to settle down. I kept scrolling till I came across Jermaine's number. We were actually talking last week about linking up. We dated for a few months, but the sparks did not fly. But we became cool friends. I texted him to see what he was up to, and he replied, "Chilling with my girlfriend. How you been doing?" Now, what was I gonna say to that? I didn't bother to respond. It seems that everyone was with their girlfriend or boyfriend or just not available at the moment. No hard feelings. I rolled over and started playing games on my phone, which occupied my time for all of 30 minutes. Then I was back to scrolling. I kept scrolling until I ran past a name that I wasn't familiar. I really had to think where I knew him from before I began texting him. After 5 minutes, it came to me, and I called him. His name was Trent. Now, I haven't talked to him in a few weeks, so I don't know if he would answer my call, but I'm going to try anyways. I let the phone ring no more than 3 times, then I hung up. Couldn't seem desperate. I got up and went downstairs to the kitchen to pour me a glass of juice and grab some fruit to snack on. I was a little hungry. With both hands full, my phone started ringing, and luckily the fruit was in a container. So I set them down at the bottom of the stairs and answered my phone. And surprised that Trent called me back, and I was like, "Hello?" And he said, "Hey, who is this?" I hesitated for a minute because, for one, I had the nerve to keep his number and he deleted mine. I was about to hang up when he said hello again. I said, "Hey, this Lola. We exchanged numbers a few weeks ago, but didn't really talk much." He took a deep breath and was like, "Oh, yeah, I remember you. How are you?" I told him I was doing okay and then we did a lot of catching up to the point where he was like, "What you doing tonight?" And my slow self was like, "Nothing at the moment. Bored. What about you?" I had basically given him the go ahead to ask if he can come over. But what the hell? He was fine. I was lonely. We are two grown adults, so I didn't see anything wrong with it. In my own thoughts, I didn't even hear when he asked the question. I already knew he was gonna ask. I stumbled and was like, What did you say?" He repeated again, and I was like, "Sure, why not?" I shot him my address and then went to the bathroom to freshen up. No telling what I was about to get into, but I wanted to be ready for anything. He arrived about 20 minutes later, and I let him in, and we headed to the kitchen first for drinks and to talk since it was a neutral place. Once I got a good vibe from him, I took it to the living room where things got a little cozy. We talked more, and he was telling me what was up, what he was up to, and how he wanted to expand his business. I didn't want to go into detail with him because my mind started wandering to that forbidden place. I asked him if he wanted to watch some TV. He sat back and said, "Sure." So far, so good. He hasn't tried to get frisky yet. We were watching Family Guy. I figured something funny, not too intense, should be cool. As we sat and talked, I remember when we first met, my thought was that he was too damn fine. I remember picturing this man being everything I needed him to be off his looks alone. But I'm not that naive. I laughed a little and he looked at me and asked what was funny. I didn't hold back because I told him exactly what I was thinking. He laughed about it and the atmosphere became real chill. When the commercial started, I asked if he wanted anything else to drink. He asked for a bottle of water as I got up. I saw his eyes follow me all the way down the hall out of view. I brought him water and me some juice. Then we were back to watching TV. When the episode went off, his hand went around my back and I leaned in while he whispered that he wanted to see what was under my robe. I burst out laughing because I knew this was coming. I had no problem moving forward with anything in this moment because I wanted it. But if I didn't, he wouldn't be here. I sat up and did a little T, shrugging so that the robe fell off my shoulder. He caressed my shoulder with his index finger and gently pulled off the rest. I knew where this was going, so I laid back and let him do his thing. I'm not gonna read anymore, but let me tell you what happens next. Gotta get the book to find out. So that's just the beginning of Lola's adventures. Just her living her life. It seems real chill. Like she's just like your typical girl. Like she don't have no drama, no issues. She go to work, she come home, you know, watch her TV shows, live her life. So, if you want to know what happened next, go ahead to Amazon and grab a copy of Lola's Adventures. You can get the ebook for $5.99 and you can get the paper book for $13.99. Check back here weekly, hit the subscribe button, and you'll get another snippet of another chapter in Lola's Adventures. And also, this is not the last. There will be a book 2 and possibly a book 3. So check this out. Hit the button, the red button, subscribe. Um, Check the book out. I guarantee you're gonna like it. It's a real chill read. When you sitting back, you ain't got nothing to do. This is the book to read. You're gonna love it. I love it. It's my book, but I love it even if it wasn't my book. I wrote this book because this is what I wanted to read. When I go and pick up a book, this is what I want to read. So yeah. So thank you guys for listening to Lola's Adventures, a little snippet from the first chapter.